Hello, hello, hello to all of my amazing Capricorns, the greatest of all time. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic day, but then again, I know you are because that is the intention you set. Yes, Capricorns, listen, we are like 11.8 or 11.9, almost 12 days away from, well, it's actually going backwards, so it's closer to, we're, I would say, rounding up 12 days away from the next full moon, right? Full illumination. So even though it's a waxing crescent moon, we are still somewhat in new moon energy. So new moon energy for everybody is like quiet creativity time. That's where you're going to be planting your seeds. This is where you're going to be watering those seeds, getting more creative, dreaming bigger, that kind of thing. Being very careful about who you share your information with and all that, right? Okay, good. Let's get into your reading. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my amazing, wonderful Capricorns as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. I am talking to my creative, great managers of people, money, and time who are also very disciplined, very loyal, hardworking, classy team players who also exhibit a great deal of self-control and self-discipline and also very responsible. I am talking to my sea goats. Again, goat meaning greatest of all time. Your ruling planet is Saturn. You are by default divine feminine duality, which means that your energy is cyclic. Means that you show your strength through your inner reserve. Yes, hence classy. Yes, very, very classy. Capricorn, I'm trying to help you all to use every single experience, every gift, every characteristic to your benefit and getting everything out of this life in this realm that you're destined for, right? Right. Yes. So your planet Saturn is a Roman god who presided over sowing and reaping of grain, right? In modern day times, grain is energy. We're talking about currency, money, right? Prosperity. So it is so important that you plant seeds of faith and not seeds of doubt, fear, and addiction of some sort, okay? Here we go. Six of Swords. Yes. We're going to talk about it in a second. We have 10 of Cups. We have the World card. Boom. This is your card, Saturn, which is retrograde right now. Yours and Aquarius, one of Aquarius' ruling planets. Yes. We also have Four of Wands. We also have Seven of Wands. And we have the Knight of Cups. So listen, okay, so some of you all are sailing away from some of you are sailing away from family members who have been quite disruptive and quite distracting in your journey, right? So Saturn is it represents obstacles, limitations, restrictions, discipline, responsibility. And so your symbol being the goat. When you think about a goat is a sure-footed animal who is able to ascend the heights by taking advantage of every foothold. And so the goat actually butts its way through obstructions. So you all really don't have any obstructions that are insurmountable. You see what I'm saying? So, including family members who have doubted you, including because this right here represents like a harmonious family, right? We're not talking about just, husband and wife or husband and husband or wife. We're not talking about that. We're talking about anybody that you feel like, okay, is part of this in harmony with you, right? But this also represents your divine masculine to your divine feminine. This is really at the heart of your emotions and your creativity. You have to be in harmony with yourselves, right? So that means anything outside of you being harmonious with yourself, I see you sailing away from that, right? This water is the same here, right? Even though this is an air card, right? Because this right here, Swords energy, represents air. This Cups card represents water, but you see water here. You sailing away to calmer waters. You're being guided and covered on all sides by your ancestors watching over you, protecting you, making sure you're guided away from as much distractions and disruptions as possible. calmer water. Some of you all will be quite disappointed from who you decide to sail away from, but you're like, listen, I'm quite creative. This is disrupting my emotions. I feel out of sorts, right? Because the goal is for you to get back to this person right here. The knight in shining armor is a person who is a sweetheart, someone who is an empath, someone who is emotional but in a good way. You know what I'm saying, Capricorn? Someone who is very creative, someone who's artistic, someone who is selfless, someone who's an emotional healer, someone who is very compassionate, intuitive, gentle, wise, maybe even musical, right? Maybe some of your inspiration is coming through music. Someone who is tenacious, highly imaginative, loyal, persuasive, sympathetic, someone who is great at being able to detect lies when people are telling lies, someone who doesn't hold back their emotions, someone who gives their absolute best, someone who's an empath, right? Someone who is brave and loyal and faithful and ambitious and focused and resourceful and passionate. All these wonderful characteristics of your emotional side, right? This is why you have to get away from chaos and confusion and dysfunction and distractions. Anything that distracts you from your highest self, that's the God in you, right? Anything that distracts you from that or even makes you question your higher self in a battle with your lower self, that's what you need to get away from. There should be no internal distractions whatsoever so that you can maintain this. Because when you stay around and when you allow certain people to stay in your space or you stay in their universe, it can cause you to become moody and negative and want to even escape, like being an escapist, someone who is suspicious of everything, someone who may even become possessive or secretive or dominating or even restful. Almost just feel like, okay, I'm so confused. Have you ever heard of people having such internal struggles that they're just exhausted, right? Some people around you have literally felt like they were sucking the air out of you, Capricorn, just because it was just too much drama going on. I mean, just so much. I mean, really. So what I'm saying is that it was somebody that you would like to be in harmony with, a family member. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a spouse. If it is, it is what it is. But it could be somebody that you love in your own family, right? But I see when you sail away from all of that drama, so many things are sent to you, right? Not only that, you have more time to meditate. You're getting your solar plexus chakras in alignment. Remember, you all are very magnetic by default. You all are divine feminine energy. So you're very magnetic. You show your strength through your inner reserve. But this is you showing your strength in an outward way, divine masculine side, tapping into that side. This is what an inner peace. Remember I said this could represent you, your divine masculine to your divine feminine. This could represent a little boy or little girl inside of you, right? Again, bringing about the best in you. So now this is your action, right? Divine masculine side, which you're doing something to you have healthy outlets, not right. You're not just attracting just anything. You have healthy outlets, and a lot of you all are starting to meditate more. And look at this. Some of you all will be, as a result of you sailing away, the universe says, okay, I'm going to replace those energies with this energy. Either you're going to be refinancing your house, buying a new house, or moving or selling a house, selling a property maybe. But again, this is how the universe replaces it. And I'm hoping that people start to understand how this works. That's why I don't want people to get all out of sorts when it comes to people leaving your life or you having to make a final decision to cut them out of your life, because the universe is always trying to replace with something greater, something better, right? Something at a higher frequency. So a lot of people will focus on what's gone. They're like, oh God, I can't believe, this person acted like this. And you don't even realize you're repeating another cycle just because you're so distracted by that person no longer being in your life, because that's a death rebirth happening. The sooner you realize, okay, that's gone, let me get on with living, you'll start to see the beauty of the things that the universe is sending to you. And so this card right here, the planet of ambition, which is your ruling planet, is yours and Aquarius's one of Aquarius's ruling planets, is really encouraging you to focus on your long-term goals. Like really sit down and start planting those seeds. We're not at the first quarter moon yet. I want to say that's on the 18th of this month, and then we have close to 12 more days for the full moon. So we'll talk a little bit about the number 12. But yeah, this is where you're going to be starting to plant your seeds and watering those seeds. It's I mean, I've gotten a lot of text messages from people. So a lot of you all have been seeing some results of you planting seeds from the last new moon. These cycles happen every single month. So let's talk about the number 12 for a second. When you reduce 12, it reduces down to the single digit 3. 1 plus 2 is 3, right? 12 means that you have selected a life of service and being invested in education on every level, from physical to spiritual. It also means that you are highly creative and you must be able to express yourself. So how can you express yourself if you're tapped into the frequency of the vibration of number 12, if you're surrounded by people who are causing you to be emotionally out of balance, right? You have to express yourself creatively, right? And so it also means that you are naturally affectionate and loving, and you strive to make the world a better place in which you live. It also means that you may need to give up something in order to achieve the knowledge and wisdom you seek. So remember, all of this is energy. Everything is energy, right? And so if you have to get away from chaos, confusion, somebody who may be manipulating you in any kind of way, dysfunction, distractions, or whatever, just to have a peace of mind so that you can maybe pick up a new craft. Remember, you're gaining something greater. So these relationships you're leaving behind, so that maybe you can start taking some classes online, maybe some free classes, connecting with a group of like-minded individuals. You know what I'm saying, Capricorn? But yeah, this is you moving forward towards the thing that you said that you wanted to do, manifesting those seeds, right? That's why it's so important for you to write it down. Write down exactly what it is that you want to do. You need to see it in writing, that you wrote it. Make sure you write the date on it, because when you see that thing manifest itself, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, not only did I write this thing down, I spoke this into existence, and look, here it is, here I am. And by the way, it never really happens the way that you think it's going to happen, the way that we plan as the human side of ourselves, because we're divine spirits having a human experience. So that makes us gods. We are creators. We're no one else's God, and they're not ours, but we are creators, and we can create the life that we want. Very seldom does it happen in the way that our finite human mind thinks that it's going to happen, right? So just be on the lookout for something happening in just like the weirdest or strangest way. But when you look back on that sheet of paper where you wrote it, it's there. Look, I manifested a house, right? In your finite way of thinking, you may be saying, my credit doesn't look great. I don't have a great history because this may have happened, that may have happened, this may have happened. But then when you're actually in your house, in your new house, that's why I always tell people, be very specific. If you're saying you're manifesting a house, go out and start looking. Be proactive. Get into action mode, right? Start looking up online what neighborhoods you want to live in, what price range do you want to be in. Go do some open houses. Start looking. Go get it. Physically stand in the house and look at it. Okay, this is my house. Say it. This is my house, right? Start the process. I don't care if in the beginning it was like, well, we want somebody with a higher credit score or whatever the case may be. Okay, this is already determined. This is my house. Okay, so what steps do I need to take to make sure that this is my house? Okay, well, we have this program that you can enroll in or whatever, and we can get you into this house. Okay, good. Again, be proactive. Don't just say, oh, I knew it wasn't good because my credit was horrible and blah, blah, blah. There's so many people who have gotten loans and this, that, and the other without the most favorable credit scores, okay? Or let's say you're selling your house and you're like, okay, well, it's just not, the market is in such a... Stop speaking death into your own situations, right? Yes. So, all right. So here we go. Reason why, and this is before these cards even came out, reason why I say, okay, it's family. This is whoever you are sailing away from, who has caused you a lot of distraction or disruption in your life, also caused a lot of heartbreak. And that's why it's disappointing. It's like, but in order for me to really get to the heart of the matter and really fix this thing, I need to go ahead and separate from that person. Like, I need to permanently separate from this person because it's their mindset that's distracting me. I say I want to start a business because they tried to start something similar and it didn't work out for them. All of a sudden, they're planting seeds of doubt in my spirit. Now I'm thinking, well, maybe it won't work out for me. Maybe I should just, just throw in a towel and quit. Absolutely not. Why don't you just quit them? so that you can continue focusing on healing and getting away. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna go off on a tangent on this, but anyway, here we have Five of Cups, right? So you have the power to change your perspective. Remember, as creators, we create space for peace. We create time. We create space. We create peace. We create joy. We create whatever it is we want in our lives, right? But you also have to be disciplined enough to take action to remove certain spirits from your space. So this person right here is looking down into a black hole of hopelessness, but all they have to do is stand up and see all of these stars right there. This is right in front of them, right? Yeah. It's a matter of perspective. You can look at this black hole as something in front of you or behind you. If you get up and you turn around and say, this is in front of me, this is what my future looks like. My future looks as bright as these stars, right? Yeah, my past may have felt hopeless, but my future looks really, really bright, right? So sit down somewhere and meditate. Like go to a beach, get near a body of water, right? Because you're already going to be grounded on land, right? Get near a body of water and sit down. Listen to your high vibrational music. See yourself in this house. See yourself selling your house. See yourself refinancing your loan and it being approved. You know what I'm saying? And write it down. Just write it down. Say, this is it. I see a lot of you all feeling like you have literally hit the jackpot. And if y'all hit the jackpot, woohoo, kudos to you, Capricorn. But yes, some of you all will feel like you're literally jumping out of a treasure chest. Somebody will hit the jackpot. Look, because this is what's coming through very, very strong. Even if it's not for, like $143 million, still, this is what's happening in some of you all's lives. Some of you all are starting to really understand how all of this works. Spirituality, the fact that we were spirits, we were here first before our earthly bodies. Yes. So it's going to make you feel like a kid again. Like really, it's going to feel real nostalgic. Like there's some of you all, because the disconnect or the disconnect will be from some family members. Your house and everything is going to feel very much like it's going to be like a piece of your childhood, where it's going to make you feel stable again. It's going to make you feel grounded and rooted again, where you're just going to be really, really happy. Like literally like feeling like a child again, right? Because your security lies in your money and it relies in your family, Capricorn. So I'm seeing somebody moving into a house or refinancing their house or selling their house and moving on, but something about it is going to make you feel like a kid again, right? So this right here, you having been bitten by snakes or encountering snakes, listen, the snakes are gone. Why? Because you made a conscious decision to heal your own broken heart and get away from those people as far as you could possibly get away from them, right? So yes, don't doubt yourself. There's a lot of emotions in this, but there's also a lot of creativity. You want to keep your vibrations as high as possible because some amazing things are happening for you. When I say amazing, amazing things are happening for you. So yes. Yes. Ooh, the card popped out, this oracle card. Okay, journal. Write it down, Capricorn, write it down. Write it down. I am a homeowner. If you don't own a home, I am a homeowner. Say it, write it down, put it out in the universe. Start visiting some of these homes. Do not walk in fear. Don't walk in doubt, right? Because you took the initial step. You said, okay, I'm sick and tired of being around people who are not sowing life, who don't see my vision, who are constantly trying to distract me. So I need to get as far away from them as possible and keep on being blessed. And this is what's happening. So congratulations to you, Capricorn. Bye.